So last week in this series, we covered Claude Code, Anthropic's tool for writing and automating code. This week, we're looking at something that's a whole lot more useful to people and that they can pick up and use right away, Claude Design. And at the time of recording this, I think it might be the most useful thing that Anthropic has shipped for a regular business owner. It's like having a graphic designer in your pocket for your brand or your website or your app or whatever it is you're building. So today we're going to build a complete brand from scratch, live, and I'll show you what this thing can actually do. Our test subject today is a company I made up just for this, Couch Potato Software, and they make exactly one app. It swipes left or right on your dating profiles, but it uses your voice so you never have to lift your thumb because, you know, Couch Potato doesn't even want to flick their own phone. They have an orange and yellow logo. It's a cartoon potato on a couch, phone in hand. Honestly, it's great branding and I might actually make this company. The question is whether Claude Design can handle the graphics for it. All right, let's build this thing. First, we need to set up a design system. What's a design system? Well, it's the rule book for your brand. It's your colors, it's how your buttons look, it's your fonts. Once design has those rules locked in, everything it builds is going to flow from them. In fact, if you've been watching this series since the first Claude video we did a few weeks ago, every infographic, all those blue infographics we made, they all were built by Claude Design. I set it up so that I just drop the script in and it builds them. No further instructions from me are required at all. You get that design system right and everything from there on out comes out looking professionally designed instead of like more AI slop. Okay, so it kicks off by asking some company information. Here's exactly what I gave it. Couch Potato Software, they make one app. It swipes left or right on your dating profiles using voice commands so you never have to lift a thumb. Friendly, a little lazy, doesn't take itself too seriously. Mascot is a cartoon potato sitting on a couch with a smartphone. Brand colors are orange primary, yellow gold secondary, black background. Ask me questions if you need clarification. And then I uploaded the logo. Now, watch what it does. It's gonna read the logo, it pulls the brand colors straight out of the image, so that orange and yellow are locked into the palette right away. And from there, it's gonna build out the whole system, color variants, button styles, the type scale, corner radius, spacing. The first version lands in about 90 seconds, but I kept going. I pushed the orange forward as the dominant color. I pulled the yellow back as the secondary color. I tried a couple of bolder font pairings. All in, getting to a design system that I actually liked was like maybe an hour back and forth. And I'd argue that it's the most important hour you'll spend in the whole thing because everything you build after it inherits those rules. All right, Couch Potato is an app company, so let's start with the app. Design the main screen for the Couch Potato app. A dating profile card front and center, a big voice command button, and a swipe indicator. Make it obvious that you control the whole thing with your voice. And there it is, orange bold type, the potato mascot tucked in the corner, and a big mic button you genuinely cannot miss. And all of it is drawing from the design system we just built. Now, the marketing site, same company, but a completely different task. Now build the homepage for the Couch Potato website. Hero section with a call to action to download the app. Features section with 3 reasons to use it. Perfect. Orange hero, same bold type, the mascot up front, a download button in exactly the right shade. And now here's the test that actually matters. Let's put the app screen and the website side by side. Yeah, same palette, same button, same type, an app and a website. There's 2 completely different things and they look like they came from the same company because of course they did. They're both built on that one design system. And here's the part that I really like. Everything that Claude Design builds, it builds in HTML, the actual code behind a web page. That matters more than it sounds because nothing here is a flat picture that you have to scrap and start over on. You can go in and change it. There's inline editing, so you can click right on a headline or a button, a color, and you can edit it on the spot. You can mark things up, point at the exact thing that you want to differentiate and tell it what you're after. And if you're torn on a direction, you can have it spin up 2 or 3 versions of the same screen. Line them up side by side before you commit to one. Then, once you've got it the way you want it, you hit the share button, and that's where your final assets come out. And it's not just PNG files or JPEGs. You can export it straight to Canva or to PowerPoint or to PDF. These are the tools that you're already working in. So whatever you need to post it or to hand it off, it drops right into your workflow. You're never really stuck. You build and tweak and compare, and you only render it when the finished thing is what you're happy with. And one more thing, because I don't want you walking away thinking this is only for websites and apps. It's not. The exact same tool builds pitch decks, one-pagers, sales sheets, social graphics, all of it. Those infographics I mentioned earlier, yeah, it can build those. So even if you never build an app in your life, this might be the tool that finally makes your investor deck and your one-pager look like a real graphic design company put them together. So let's put a number on it. If you went to an agency for this whole package that we just built, a brand identity, a marketing website, the UI design for an app, you're looking at well into 5 figures. Call it between 8 and 25,000 Canadian, and a couple of months on the calendar easily. You're still writing your own copy either way. You're still sifting through and sitting round after round of approvals. And if you want changes down the road, you got to get back in the queue with that design firm. What we just built took about 2 hours of active prompting and adjusting. It's a brand, an app front end, and a website. All of it consistent, all of it ready to hand off.
Handing off.
Now, let me warn you though, at the time of recording this, Claude Design is still in early development. It's not quite beta, but it's not too far off. One practical thing on that, you'll need a paid Claude plan to use it at all. Pro, Max, Team, or Enterprise, doesn't matter. It's a research preview right now, so it is behind a subscription. It's not a free tool that you can just poke at for an afternoon. Mobile responsiveness on the website side is a known work in progress. And getting any of these mockups actually live means exporting that code and deploying it either yourself or with a developer. There's a button right inside Claude Design that says hand off to Claude Code, which ties straight back to the last week's video. So if you've got a developer or a freelancer you're already working with, that's a handoff that's clean for sure.
Perfect handoff!
But for a marketing site or an app front end or a service landing page, an internal tool, Claude Design is an awesome option. For e-commerce or anything that needs custom integration, you probably want to get a developer in with you right from the start. And I'd be remiss if I didn't say, if you're one of our clients, obviously, you can just reach out to us and see if this makes sense, and we'll help you think it through. I can't wait to see what you all do with Claude Design. Please, by all means, post whatever you build in it. Ask any questions in the comments and I'll see if I can get to them in this ever-changing IT landscape. Be adaptive. We'll see you next time.